Previously on building Benny's movie park.
There you go. Then right here, there's gonna be an even huger mountain sort of thing. Just right here to make this mountain look a bit better. Here, there's going to be an instant chain lift. Here you go. I'm just not sure if I like this layout so far. I wanted to go a little bit further up on this spot. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this brand new episode of Building Benny's Movie Park 2. Today I am going to work, as I said in the previous episode, on the train station. This is going to be quite detailed, quite big, so let's get straight into it. Let's see, where do we even start? Let's begin with a very simple station design, I suppose. Just the basic stuff at first, and then later we're gonna make it very nice and sleek. Let's get rid of the train for a sec. Then let's make a very big platform, something like this. That, of course, is all going to be wooden eventually. On the back here is only gonna be until here, because there's gonna be a stairs that leads down under the track and back to, you know, the entrance, which is going to be the exit. The entrance is gonna be a little different. Then right here, I'm going to have to make a massive wall to, you know, cover this up. Pretty straightforward. Could have expected that. There you go. This all looks very nice and blue. Like I said just earlier, I'm going to make some stairs here leading all the way down. For some reason, if you're too close to the actual edge of the park, you can't do stuff like this. It'll just say outside park bounds, so that is very weird, but I guess we can just work our way around it. Then let's put some walls up on the sides to make this like a nice tunnel. There you go. And we, of course, need to conceal the actual station on the front and end, just like so. To save some space for this, I'm actually using path, nice and easy. And while I'm at it, let's also fix the entrance here, because this is looking a bit awkward. Okay, let's see. Now I'm gonna have to actually decide what the outside is going to look like. I do have some ideas, but I'm not sure how it's gonna like merge in between these two mountains. Let's first just paint everything in this wooden plank texture, and then later we can decide what it's actually going to be. Probably something like this, but not everything, obviously. Of course, guys, it's way easier to do the interior first because I'm an onion. Let's actually just start with these tiny fences, just like these. Very simple, yet effective. Then a tiny little base or support, if you will. And to make that end nice and round, I'm gonna use a sphere. There you go. Seems like a bit of a waste of effort, but I guess it does look very nice. So let's just freaking go. Now I do have to make sure these are actually in front of the trains, just like this. I never really, you know, took notice of that before, but for this one, I want this to be like absolutely just spot on. As you can see, this is a lot more accurate. There you go. And now I'm simply going to have to copy this thing a bunch of times until this whole row is complete. And for the ones in between, we probably want to seal those off just like this, where it's just like a rack. There you go. That looks super legit. Dude, this right here is where the people are gonna come out that went into the queue. And then, you know, they go out there. It's pretty obvious. Let's clean up the front of this, because that's a mess. Now, we can actually make the front of the whole building look a bit nicer. Let's start adding some of these edges that I love so much. Then it is time for those typical Western supports, which starts with a straight one and then one of these tilted ones on the sides, and then the same thing on the other side, of course. And these I'm going to make a bit of a lighter wooden color, like this, a bit more tan, because that seems nice, I guess. And then here a massive wooden thingy. The amount of times I say thingy or thing or something like that is alarming, to be quite frank. And again, copying the same thing 2,000 times, gorgeous. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We need some of these as well. And some more wood on the top here, and then we can start making the roof on the front. Let's start with kind of the roof skeleton, if you will. Gotta make sure it's all nice and supported, of course. This stuff always looks so cool. It's actually sad that you put a roof over it at the end. I mean, you can still see it from the inside, but that's different. Now, for this roof, I want to try something new that is going to be incredibly item limit intensive, if you will. But I think this could look absolutely sick. What if I tried something like this for the roof? That actually looks pretty cool. Let's first go and see if this is possible at all. But so far, it seems to do a pretty decent job. Yes, there you go. Oh, yes. Yep, this is happening, ladies and gentlemen. With the new scaling tool, there are so many different new ways to make roofs. It's insane. Starting with the roofs on the castle we made, now this, I mean, that's just fantastic. The only sad thing is the file size limit and the item limit. Very, very tragic. But I mean, so far it seems to work. So, you know what? I mean, I haven't really looked at the file size, but I'm not going to, like I said in previous episodes, because I don't want to face that reality. Dude, that is so sick. This is the last one, because from there, the roof is going to be like elevated, so to speak. Let's first, however, add some nuance in color, just like so, adding some random stuff and some even darker ones. There you go. This always makes it look so nice and realistic. Loving that. Yes, that's good. And to save at least some file size, I'm not gonna do this on the other side. This will just be a flat roof. It isn't like you're gonna look at this often anyway, so who really cares? Now for the roof on top, let's just move these up 2 blocks. Then we just need to make sure we add some vertical ones as well to hold all of that up. And you guessed it, now I'm gonna have to make the same exact roof on this one as well. And the back, nice and simple, again, to save some space. Okay, there you go. That is looking pretty good. What if up here we put some of these plaques as if the roof was destroyed and these are kind of covering up the damage? I feel like that would make it a bit more custom as well. Right now it feels just a bit too clean and perfect, you know? That is actually not even so bad. And to finish it, some of these really tiny bolts again, because that looks... Look at that. Now let's work on the actual entrance of the station, like the nice queue, because this queue I'm actually gonna make very nice and pretty and detailed. I've never really done that before, so I guess let's try it. This is just going to be another very small building in front of it with the same sort of roof. There you go. Then let's close up the sides using some panels like that. I think it would be cool if there's some pipes going from one building to the other. I don't know why, just completely random, but it seems cool. So let's put one right here. I'm really just trying to make this look as old as possible, and I guess using pipes, that always kind of works. Like these very old rusty kind of pipes. And now with this new tool, we can also make elements like these where they're kind of connected to each other. There you go. On here, we are going to need some windows. That's simply a must. Let's make these really tall ones, like so. That looks pretty sick. And then also a frame around it, like so, to make it a tad more custom. And some of those windows on this ridge as well. And let's also close all of this stuff up and put some windows on there. I think for this one, it would be cool if the windows are square, just like this, just for some variety, you know. Some of these frames around the windows I found to look very cool. Gives them a lot more depth since they're pretty shallow on their own. Shallow, flat, you get the point. As you can see in here, it is hella dark. Let's go and add some lights. I really like these lantern type things, so let's see which one is the nicest. I think this one. Then let's make it a tad smaller, not too much, just a little bit. And hang it on here. Here you go. Then let's increase the range and let's make the color nice and warm. Something like that, I think, should work fine. For this one, let's go with a lighter metal color. I think that's pretty nice. Then I'm gonna hang it up with a rope. Now we just have to hang up a few of them here and there, not too many, but some to make it nice and moody in here. And then right above the coaster, there are going to be some of these ceiling lights, which will be flickering a little bit. So let's go in here and change this to blink, and then just have it blink every now and then. Always gives this very creepy vibe, which I like. And on the outside here, I will also put some lights. And to make sure it's clear this is the exit, let's put one of these here. Gorgeous. Now all of this space in here I'm going to use for the queue, the very nicely themed queue. And around this track is going to be a mine shaft type tunnel. So just so you know. Unless, of course, you have a better idea, then let me know down below in the comments. Now I'm just making sure the ground here does connect nicely to the rest of the area, because that looked a bit wacky, not gonna lie. And that goes until about there. Now for today, I want to build one more thing, because as you can see up there, I made sort of an open space, you guessed it, for a flat ride. However, that means we do need a way to get up there, so that I'm gonna make right now. This is going to be a tower that is square from above, and in there I'm gonna make like a staircase, a giant freaking staircase. Isn't that just absolutely sick? We just need to go up a lot, mainly. Just gonna make sure all of these poles are in place. Of course, for the typical Western aesthetic, we're gonna need some of these diagonal ones as well. Probably the most important thing ever. There you go. However, before making the outside all pretty and stuff, it's probably a good idea to first make the stairs inside, now that we still have, you know, room to work with. So let's make just a spiral all the way to the top. And I'm not gonna make it more difficult than it is. I will simply take one of these, which I will then rotate and move up a bit. And this way I'm gonna have to make this entire staircase. Kill me now, I'll see you in 10,000 years. And I'm at the top. There you go. And of course, no big wooden structure is complete without some of these bolts. You know that. You know that it is once again time to hurt myself. Again. And then here 2 more of these massive supports. And well, with that tower, I think for today, that is pretty much it. I think the station is looking very good. Overall, I'm pretty excited for this area. I'm very curious what this is going to look like when it's done. So if you have any ideas, let me know down below in the comments, and then I guess that's it for today. If you like this video, make very sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss a single video, and then I hope I'll see you in the next episode of Building Benny's Movie Park 2.